So Mike Trout did something interesting the other night. He had a home run off a 55-mile-per-hour pitch off Brett Phillips. We're going to do a little comp between that 55-mile-per-hour pitch and a 94-mile-per-hour pitch. So this first clip is synced to contact. So we see the pitch, everything synced up to contact point. And if we watch Mike from a mechanic standpoint, really not that much different from a timing consideration. Leg lift is happening at roughly the same time. Hand load is happening with the dropping the hands. Just a pretty normal looking swing. When you compare the side view, it's really similar. We'll look at that closer. But if we just watch the leg lift timing, the timing of his rhythm, it's really not that different. Next, we're going to look at this synced to pitch release. So now we can see both pitchers are releasing the ball at the same time. And now we see some very different movements, very, very different timing of the movements. The movements themselves aren't different, just when they start is different. We see Mike is at pretty much peak leg lift here, really close to peak leg lift. It might be there a little sooner, actually. Not really even starting anything on the 55-mile-per-hour pitch. So we see just a vast, vast difference in the amount of time he has. And I talk a lot about the difference between getting ready for pitch release and getting ready for contact. And you need to be on time for both, but the time in between those 2 points is variable. This is a dramatic example of that. We see him releasing the pitch, and the amount of time that he has is completely different. Hitting the ball there, ball's about halfway over there. Just wildly different, and understanding when to move, how to move is really important. It's really important. So side view, again, this is going to be to contact. Just a pretty similar looking swing. If you didn't know that this was a 55-mile pitch on the right, you probably wouldn't know there was all that much different. It's just a pretty similar looking swing. A little bit of delay, nothing crazy. And then when we go to sync to pitch release, we see very, very different timing. So pitch release is probably happening right around here. Just a very, very different condition that he's trying to hit against. So he's still on time. His swing is not changing. He's not changing the mechanics to do this, but he's changing when his mechanics are happening. The blend of mechanics and timing is very real and should be talked about more. But this is just a really cool example of the difference of timing between that release point and when contact happens, when the hitter moves, how the hitter moves. It's all relative, and it's all important.